Hey, what's up, y'all? So check it out. Now, the Jordan brand is coming back once again, guys. This time they're bringing out the Jordan Mars 270, and it's coming in not only they're calling it electric green, but it's the anthracite material. Now, you guys know anthracite material is a very neat material, and the only reason why I'm saying that is because usually it's associated with anything that's waterproof or water resistant. All right, but we'll get into all of that. Make sure y'all stay tuned. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back once again to the DC show. It's your boy T McNeil. Yes, the Jordan Mars 270 is going to be coming out, guys. Should be relatively soon. Just want to let you guys know ahead of time about the fact that there is no official release date, or I should say release window for that matter. So just make sure that y'all stay tuned and keep it locked right here at the DC show. And obviously, you know, when that information becomes available, you guys will be the first to know. But yes, it's coming in electric green and anthracite. Now, anthracite is usually a blacked out material, but it's also supposed to be 9 times out of 10 like water resistant, or it could be waterproof. All right, I don't like using the word waterproof that much because even waterproof elements has the tendency to fail at some point, meaning that it's going to be soaked to a certain extent where it's going to seep through and your socks is still going to be wet anyway. All right, but if it says water resistant, that means it really can only withstand but so much. Okay, so that's kind of like the difference. I mean, most shoes, when they say water or weather resistant, it should be like water resistant. All right, guys, if that makes sense. Yeah, now they're going to be going for $160 US. So let me know what you guys think about that. It's not really that expensive. It's not breaking the bank, but you know, I think it looks pretty cool, man. So now as far as the shoes is concerned, guys, bam, you can see it right there for yourself on your screen. The first thing that really jumps out to me is not only the fact that it has the Mars tag on the left shoe, but if you look on the right shoe, guys, on the inner portion, it says ball all night. I know it doesn't seem that exciting, but I like little details like that because that's what really draws me to shoes like this. All right, now going back to the left shoe, guys, let's start right at the bottom or the midsole of the shoe, guys. You've got another two-tone effect going on. You got the anthracite material and you got that speckled paint splatter. You guys know I'm a big fan of that as well, coming in the gray. I have to assume that it has Nike Air's cushioning in this as well. It doesn't have the Zoom badging on it, which is something I really would have liked to see, but I know it has a Nike Air cushioning. If you guys look at the heel base of the shoe, you got the iconic plastic bubble right there. So that's a nice little design. The mid portion of the shoe, guys, or the side panels, you've got the netted mesh cages right there, followed by individual stitching. And then the little panel around that is more than anthracite material. And anthracite material also converts over to the toe box area as well. You've got your iconic air hole vents. You got more individual stitching there. And in front of the toe box area, guys, you've got more of the suede. Okay, so I'm a huge fan of that. The eyelids is where the shoestrings are. You've got the electric green. Okay, now you got 4 eyelids, 4 on each shoe. I'm a fan of that as well. Now, if you look at where the tongue is, guys, you got a blacked out Jumpman logo right there. And you got what looks like, it could be, I don't know if that's anthracite on the tongue or not, but I like the little kind of checkered design that they put on there. I think that looks good. Now, if you guys look really close, what shoe does this remind you of? Just if you look at the overall style. Now, don't really pay attention to the back heel base of the shoe. Just look at the top portion of the shoe, the side panels, and the front portion, guys, and the upper lateral of the shoe. If you guys look really close, it should remind you of the Air Jordan 4. Okay, so I see how they kind of incorporated Air Jordan 4 in there. It looks like they got a little bit of the Air Jordan 5 incorporated into this shoe as well. And quite possibly, I could be wrong, but quite possibly looks like the Air Jordan 6 as well. All right, so I'm gonna get you guys' thoughts and opinions on that. When I first looked at them from the front portion, I said, yeah, they definitely do look like an Air Jordan 4. Hence, guys, you look at the picture right here on my wall, and you look at these shoes here. You know, they did take some elements from, I say, the 4, the 5, and probably the 6 as well. So I want to get you guys' thoughts on that. Now let's flip around, guys. Now the next image right here. Now you can see it right for yourself. Now it does say ball all day again on the top panel of the shoe where the suede is. So I like that. I would have liked to see is the fact that instead of having ball all day blacked out like they did it, I think what they probably should have did was make that in that electric green. I think that just would have looked more better and it would have stood out a lot more. Okay, but what do you guys think? Again, you got the netted mesh cages on the side panels. You got the green eyelids as well, blacked out shoestrings. Okay, you now around the side panel as well where the cages is, you also have more of the anthracite material. And also it looks like a black leather anthracite. Okay, you've got the 270 badge on the speckled paint splatter, guys, on the midsole of the shoe as well. You can see the Nike air cushioning right there. Again, it doesn't say the Zoom cushioning. I would have liked to seen a badge, like I said, somewhere on the shoe, but I guess, the Jordan brand decided they didn't want to go that route. It's all good. And like I said, again, you can see the toe box area again, guys, with more of that anthracite, and you got the suede in front of that to top it off. Alright, now, top image of the shoe, guys. I do like the inner portion coming in that electric green. That looks good. Now, on one portion, guys, or the left side of your screen, or the right shoe, you've got VW. Okay, and then on the right side of your screen, or the left shoe, you have JOR, which I have to assume that is part of Jordan's name branding on the inner portion of the shoe. You can't see the rest of the name, but again, you can't see JOR. I like that. Again, you can see more of the shoestrings. They blacked out. Okay, you got the individual stitching. You got the eyelids right there. You got some stitching at the bottom of the tongue. And I like how those netted mesh cages actually continue on from the side panels onto the tongue itself. I think that looks good. Toe box area, like I say, coming in anthracite. Now, it looks like the anthracite leather could possibly crease as well. It's kind of hard to determine that at this point, but you guys let me know what you think as far as that is concerned. But, it is what it is. I mean, even if it does crease a little bit, it's not going to be that noticeable right away, simply because of the colorway of the shoe. Alright, now, let's go to the rear of the shoe, guys. Now, I like how you got the Air Jordan badging on the inner portion of the tongue. Alright, and that coming out from the inner portion of the tongue, well, of the shoe itself. Getting a little tongue-tied here. The star of the show is definitely the Nike Jumpman Air badge on the back panel of the shoe. Okay, now you see more of the suede, guys. Now, if you look at the ankle loop on the back, they stole the ankle loop pretty much from a stylistic standpoint from the Air Jordan 6. So again, there is different elements of the Air Jordan 4, like I said, the 5, and if not anything else, the ankle loops on the back would definitely be from the 6. Okay, so what do you guys think about that? Ankle loops is okay. I like how it comes in electric green, but I don't think this shoe, in my personal opinion, could really use a big ankle loop like that. I think they probably should have just stuck like with the Air Jordan 5, where it doesn't really have an ankle loop at all. I think that probably would look better on these shoes. All right, it's more of an attention grabber to me, so I'm not a fan of that as well. I mean, you guys may feel a little differently, but like I said, I don't think that this shoe necessarily needed the big ankle loop. But just like the Jordan 6 rings, that incorporates a lot of different elements of shoes as well. So they kind of borrowed, incorporating different elements from shoes like the 6 rings, and then, like I said, kind of taking that same style and putting it on these 270s. You know what I'm saying, guys? That's probably pretty much what they did, combining the 4, the 5, and the 6. So I'm a fan of it, but what you guys think about that? Like I said, you see more of the anthracite on the back base of the shoe, more of the speckled paint splatter, so you can't beat that. And then lastly, we got the outsole of the bottom of the shoe. I like the Jordan Jumpman logo coming in that electric green. That looks good. And then the rest of the shoe obviously is blacked out. You got a little bit of gray in there, and it is what it is. All right, so I think the shoes is fire. I think them joints is popping, but like I said, you guys may feel differently. $160 price point, not breaking the bank. I'm a fan of the shoes, And I think, honestly, in my personal opinion, the shoes, I don't think it's going to be that hot when it hits the streets. You know, I like them because they're a little bit different. But again, you guys know how the shoe game is. You know, some shoes will fly off the shelves like hotcakes. Other shoes might not. Okay, but sometimes, you know, I'm wrong. You know, we all could be wrong when it comes to these shoes. Sometimes the shoes, like I said before, that you think is not going to sell out that well, will end up selling out. And the ones, you see what I'm saying, vice versa, that you don't think is going to sell out, do sell out. You see what I'm saying, guys? So it just all depends on, you know, everybody's style, everybody's flavor, everybody's taste in the culture, and that's pretty much how it is. Sometimes it also depends on, too, how you feel that day. Like, what shoe do you want to rock that day? What color do you want to rock? You know what I'm saying? By it being fall right now, people tend to wear darker colors. So now the electric green is kind of throwing it off as far as a fall fashion, because electric green, lime green, orange, yellow, red, you know, any color like that that's loud, it pops more, people typically wear it more in the summertime. Okay, like I said, when the fall, people generally wear, you know, darker colors. But at the end of the day, you know, you can wear what you want. All right. So y'all let me know what y'all think about them. Again, the Jordan Mars 270 should be coming out within the next few weeks. So again, when the information comes out, I'll do an updated video and let you guys know. All right. Make sure that you tap the bell symbol as well, so that way you receive notifications when the DC show puts up any new content, or in some cases, I'll do updated content. All right. They should be available on Nike.com. And also, guys, what I'm going to do as well, I'm going to leave my StockX affiliate link down below, so you guys can, you know, get the latest and greatest in sneakers, footwear, apparel, handbags, watches, etc. All right. So also make sure, man, that y'all like and share the content. It will definitely help out the channel. And if you enjoy it, make sure you hit the subscribe button right before you click off whatever you is watching me on right now. All right. So I appreciate you guys watching, listening, and tuning in. Until the next time, y'all have a good one.